In this video, traders, we're going to look at getting exposure to the VR AR boom. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. So, if like me, you're pretty excited about VR and AR, VR being virtual reality, AR being augmented reality, and that really is pretty cool stuff, but they're on the same kind of sector. I think it's really exciting. It could be a complete game changer for how we consume all sorts of things, from learning, entertainment, day-to-day stuff. It's potentially very big. Technology is catching up. I don't know if you've tried a VR headset. They were a little bit clunky a while ago. Now they're getting way better. If you haven't, I urge you to go and try one out just to see, even if you're not into the whole kind of thing. But if you think about this, could be a changing trend of how consumers consume things or how we do things, then VR could be massive. VR, AR could be massive. So from an investor's perspective, this is what we are about in this channel, about trading and investing. What are the potential best ways of getting exposure? Now, I'm firstly going to slightly apologize that some of these may well be obvious, but at the moment, this is the way the market is looking, the landscape is looking, because it's a very expensive technology to kind of do. It's a very expensive technology to, there's a lot of upfront cost involved in it. It's cutting edge, you need high quality equipment there. There's a big, expense and investment to put there. So obviously the big companies are the ones that are throwing the most money at it. Let's talk about the big companies now, and then I want to talk a little bit about smaller companies and how they can kind of ride on the coattails of this. So at the moment, we're in the race of what's the best headset. That feels like that's the race at the moment, right? You've got Sony, who are producing their PS4 headset, which is really for gamers. And actually, virtual reality has really been aimed at gamers at the moment, although it's now starting to become there for more military training. It's coming for, just general training of any kind of sorts. It's there for entertainment. It's there for recovery. There was an article I was reading not long ago about how it was helping people recover from kind of traumatic events and immersing them in the right environment. It's loads of applications. But the point is, this race seems to be a hardware race at the moment. So you've got HTC, which is trading on the Taiwan Stock Exchange. They also do phones as well, as we know. But the VIVE is the big one. That's one of the ones that I've tried, and I think that's pretty cool. It was a bit big and clunky, but they are kind of one of the pioneers and one of the guys who are getting some headway and getting these decent headsets. And I believe now, I might be wrong, but I believe now there's a standalone version that doesn't require these massive leads going to really super powerful PC, because that was always the choking point for it. Samsung, big leaders in this as well. They've got the Samsung Gear. Alphabet, Google, they've got the funny thing, they've got this Google Cardboard, which allows you to get the VR experience with a smartphone put into this cardboard kind of VR headset. Not used one myself. Those of you who have, let me know what it's like in the comment section below. It doesn't look that good, but knowing Google, they're not going to do it, or Alphabet, they're probably not going to waste their time on it if they didn't believe it could be good. So maybe the smartphone technology allows for a reasonable experience without having a full massive headset on. Facebook, you've got the Oculus Rift. That's actually the brand name of one of the model name of one. Oculus is really the brand they've got. They bought different kinds of things. Facebook's spending a lot of money in this. Zuckerberg is well on board with VR. In fact, even so, I believe he said in an interview, eventually VR will be scanning your brain and transmitting your thoughts. Now, if that's not frightening to think that Facebook could be doing that, I don't know what is. Then you've got this company called Kopin. They are doing VR for military, industrial, consumer, and they've got the VR headset called ELF. So they already have a few contracts, and they're getting a board. I'm not sure, I've not seen this ELF, so whether it's a kind of some sort of similar to one of these, I don't know, but they already are producing the content. Then you've got GoPro. GoPro, you think, oh, why are they VR? But they've actually got a camera that can film and then produce VR content for you to consume. So it's slightly different. So these are the headset guys, the big hardware guys. And then down here, we've got something slightly different, and GoPro is the way of filming it. Now, what I wanted to get to, I think, is the kind of meat of it. These are big stocks. VR is a part of it. You can't, unfortunately, just strip out the VR exposure. If you're buying Facebook, you're exposed to their social media platform, not just the Oculus. So how do we get exposure a little bit more? Now, this becomes a little bit tricky, and this is where I think potentially opportunity lives, because companies that are, let's assume one of these guys comes out as the leader of the best hardware, or there's 2 or 3 leaders like we have in the smartphone category. We've got Samsung, we've got Apple. There's others as well, but you get the point. There are hardware solutions, there's software, everything's done. Now it becomes a question of which companies are going to use it in the most innovative way to beat the competition. That is where the edge is, I think. Yes, this is an early adopter exposure, and this is how you can get exposure to the VR boom, especially some of these, maybe there's Kopin and other stuff. There might be some smaller ones as well, but it's a case of, okay, which smaller company can now use this and leverage on what's already been done. For example, let's say a company decides to, do some VR, AR for the military, and that's the company is just designing things that help the military when they're engaging in urban warfare, so they can see where the enemy is, or they can see the lay of the land. Perhaps it helps identify IEDs, that kind of stuff. For firefighters, they can see a plan of the building on AR, so they can see overlaid on what they're seeing. They say, right, I know the stairs over there, there's been a report of someone trapped up there, there's extra heat there, so I've got to be careful I don't step on that floor because that could fall through. You get the point. Even going down to, say, a company that's manufacturing something for a factory. So they go in, the factory, the line goes down, immediately they can look at it and they can say, well, it's going to be this, this, and this, because AR is overlaying information already onto it. It could go on and on. I think that's where the opportunity potentially could be. It's that second tier play of how companies utilize this awesome hardware and software and ability to create VR and AR into some other form that then leaps them massively in their own sector. So that's a broad play. Any other plays? If you've got any ideas, guys, again, comments in the comment section below. I'm seriously interested. I think this is a great sector. It's really interesting to see where it goes. And is the opportunity to make some money? There probably is. Picking these or picking, say, the second tier stocks may well be the way forward. All right, guys, see you next one. Take care. Bye-bye.